Asit, maybe you can just turn on your fan. Also, guys, there'll probably be a pop-up for that person. Okay, so don't see that. You'll have put us in the spotlight. I guess we can get started. Shall we, Asit?
Hi, hello. Should we begin?
Yeah, wait, I'll just introduce you briefly.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
So, Asit is a certified fitness trainer, national level athlete. He has collaborated with brands like Red Bull, Circle Sports Center, Owl Work Labs. He's also trained a lot of clients. And yeah, he's someone who is really into fitness and has the experience of transforming someone and training someone in real life. Right? And that's why he's here today to introduce us to fitness. And the topic is why physical fitness should be your priority. And yeah, over to you, Asim.
All right. Thank you, Viraj, for that introduction. Okay. Good evening, all of y'all. I'm guessing most of the demographic is college or school students. You all are probably here after your online exams, online classes. So I'm going to keep this very short and very simple. I'm going to make sure that I do not load you all with too much information. At the same time, let's try to get in as much as important information as possible. All right. So if we can begin, I want to make this a very interactive session because I'm not a professor. Okay. I graduated engineering this year. So I'm somewhat like y'all. I'm also somewhat of a college student. So let's make this interactive. Let's not make this, what do you call it, a lecture. So let's take a poll of everyone. You'll know how to use the raise hand feature, right? Is there a raise hand feature?
Yeah, or they can just put it in the chat.
Okay, you can put it in the chat. Everybody who spends at least 30 minutes every day, say 4 to 5 days a week, just say yes or raise your hand to just get an idea of the clients I'm dealing with. All right, wonderful. I'm getting a very active response. Oh, we have the founder Shreyansh join us as well. Hi, Shreyansh. Wonderful, lovely. So I can see that most of y'all are into fitness, at least 30 minutes. All right, that's great. That is practically why we're doing this session today. All right, so let's begin. So what am I expecting out of this talk? So think about it this way. I've seen people say, you know what, I have to go to the gym at 4 o'clock, or you know what, I'm so tired, I have to work out today. I've never seen anybody say, oh, I need to brush my teeth today, or oh no, I need to go to sleep today, or I need to eat today. The difference between that is eating, sleeping, all of these are part of your lifestyle. Whereas fitness, most people still do not look as part of your lifestyle. They think it is a task, it is a chore. So what I'm expecting out of this talk is to instill or to imbibe in you, all of you guys, to make fitness a part of your life. Okay, to make it somewhat of a lifestyle, to be able to say, okay, eating, sleeping, working out, they're just part of my routine. Okay, so let's go ahead. Who am I and why am I here? Viraj actually gave pretty much everything, introduced me pretty well, but I'll just brief you up on it. I am Asit Dessai. I'm 22 years old. I graduated engineering, computer engineering this year. I work with Tata Consultancy Services as an engineer for them. And at the same time, I am a fitness enthusiast. Okay. I am a certified trainer as well. I participate in a lot of sports. And yeah, that's about it. I've trained about 20 to 25 clients. I got my certification done in 2020. That was last year during the COVID. And I started an online fitness session for everybody who was stuck at home. Okay, so that's where my journey in the trainer or the fitness industry started as a trainer. Okay, that's enough about me. Let's go ahead. My journey. So when Harish actually contacted me, Viraj contacted me, Keenan contacted me, the team contacted me, and they told me that they had to figure out, they had to get their clients into, just give me a second. Yeah. Yeah. So I was trying to find a way where I can relate to most of y'all because, like I said, I am a student like y'all. So instead of telling you all the advantages and disadvantages of working out and not working out, I thought I'll share my journey with you all, and through that be able to explain to you all what's right, what's wrong, what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, what I did wrong, what I did right. Okay. So let's go ahead and start my journey. So this was in 2018, where that was me. So when you look at this image of me, you don't see a very healthy person. You look at this fellow and you think this fellow needs to eat, right? He's a little malnutrition, and that's exactly what I was. Although I didn't realize I was malnutrition. My BMI is a metric we use to check whether our bodies are, proportionate to our height, and weight is proportionate, okay, and healthy. So my BMI was very low. I had a lot of problems. I had a lot of problems with immunity. I had strength issues. I had stamina issues. But that was what I was in 2018 when I started. And then I persevered. And I'm proud to say, after 4 years, this is the body that I achieved. I'm just kidding. What if you ignore fitness? Okay, let's start with the negatives. What if you ignore fitness? What happens if you do not work out? So there are 6 points ahead of you. More out of them, probably 3 or 4 might be what applied to me. The rest of them might be on the other side, which applied to the rest of you. Low muscle strength and endurance. This is an issue that I faced almost my entire childhood. Okay, I did not have a lot of strength, and I always blamed it on genetics and something else and something else. And now I look at myself and I'm much stronger, and it had to do only with my hard work. Poor immunity. I used to get sick a lot, and I used to end up landing in the hospital. I used to get sick during exams, etc., and mess it all up. Okay, so let's think about. I was a malnutrition person. Okay, although I didn't know about it, I was malnutrition. Although I was eating well, I was malnutrition. So something was wrong. I had to study my body a little more to understand it. Now, this is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, but obesity, that is when somebody has more body fat in their body structure, they have more fat in their body than required, than the healthy amount. Obesity is an issue that you would face if you ignore fitness, and it is a major issue, okay? Because obesity can end up giving you a heart attack. Obesity can slow you down, slow your immune system down, can push you into getting something as chronic as diabetes. And it is very risky to, mess it up. Heart diseases. Let's talk about heart diseases. Why would not getting into fitness cause heart diseases? Let's see. Scientifically speaking, heart works by pumping the blood. You need blood inside the heart to pump all over, etc., etc., etc. The whole biology. It went over my head when I learned it. It probably go over your head if I teach you. So let me simplify it for you. When you work out, when you suppose you're working your legs, okay, or you're running, you're pumping blood into the muscles that require it. When you're pumping blood into the muscles that require it, what happens is there is a strong flow of blood. Okay. At the same time, when there's strong flow of blood, there is also regeneration of cells, white blood cells. There is movement of white blood cells. If you do not work out, if you're sedentary, if you're eating a lot, okay, you're taking in a lot of body sugars, the heart does not function the way it's supposed to, not as fast as it's supposed to. Okay. And that puts you at a huge risk, especially of a heart attack. Hormonal imbalance again has to do with, are you burning as much as you're eating? If you're not, the hormones that are released are either less or more. Okay. Cortisol, the stress hormone that is released in the body. If you do not work out, if you do not exert yourself, if you start eating a lot of cortisol will be. You end up being more stressed. You end up being more sedentary. You end up being more relaxed, which is risky. Low muscle strength and endurance, as I have explained, again, has to do with not training your body enough, not pushing your body through enough to be able to, endure to say 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, which is pretty basic. Let's go to the next one. High cholesterol. High cholesterol has to do with the increase in the cholesterol levels in your body. Okay, when your cholesterol levels increase in the body, again, leads to heart diseases, leads to diabetes, a lot of issues that you would face. Poor immunity has to do completely on your white blood cells. When you work out, when you exercise a lot, you end up regenerating white blood cells. At the same time, the blood is flowing faster, the white blood cells are reaching your body faster. If you do not let your white blood cells reach your body in that much time, or they slow down, your immunity is compromised. Okay. All of this is a lot of information. The important thing you need to remember is all of these issues, which might seem like, something you'd see in a movie, or say, okay, somebody else has got it. These might affect you sooner than you think if you don't make a change in your lifestyle. Our parents had it easy because the food that they ate was much better than what we eat right now. Most of their stuff was organic. Some of them probably worked in the fields. At least my parents told me they did. It's hard to believe, but they said it. Okay. So they have an established system, a strong body structure already present, which they built during their adolescence. That is now for all of us. Now that we have covered up the negative aspects, let's go slightly towards the positive side of it. Okay. What is it? What advantage would you have if you're fit? Okay. If you're healthy? I'll put up 6 points in front of you, which probably would relate to you. If I'm not audible or I'm speaking too fast, just ping me, just text me, and I'll change my tone or whatever, okay, or my volume. Just let me know.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine.
All right, lovely. Um, Control weight. Okay, so these are the pros. I'm going to speak again from my journey's perspective. I was underweight for a long time. Once I started to realize that I was working out, I was eating well, and that directly affected my body, gave me that such a sense of control over my body for me to realize that, oh, okay, whatever I'm doing is working on my body. So ultimately, all that blame that I did, saying, okay, I'm blaming my genetics, I'm blaming my parents' genetics, all of that was just a myth. Okay, not completely. Um, Genetic plays a huge role, but you gain control over how your body weight functions. Okay, you're obese, your malnutrition, you can control that by getting into a fitter lifestyle. Now, fitter lifestyle doesn't mean just running 2 kilometers or doing 100 push-ups. It also means eating well. Okay, it also means controlling your diet, eating the right food. Prevents chronic illness, as I've mentioned before. All the chronic illnesses that I did talk about. Okay, you can prevent these. How? By pumping blood into your entire body, cell regeneration, all of that biology nonsense. All the takeaway from all of this is the fact that you stay fit and you eat right, most of the diseases you'll never hear about. Improves mood and reduces stress. This is a very important aspect, okay, for especially for college going students. How does it improve mood and reduce stress? Okay, so cortisol is it's the hormone that is produced in the body that causes stress. Okay, stress, sadness, depression, all of these are hormones in the body. So when cortisol is released, okay, you start feeling stress, you start feeling low, you start panicking. When you start working out, when you start exerting your body, the pushing or the pumping of cortisol in your body is limited. At the same time, improving mood. Improving mood is done by another hormone in your body called serotonin. So serotonin is pumped into the body after your workout, which is somewhat like a painkiller for the body. At the same time, it is a feel-good hormone. So both of these combine together, where your stress levels are going down and your feel-good element is coming and increasing in the body. That drastically improves your entire body's mental and physical well-being because both of them go hand in hand. Builds confidence. This again is personal. Most people, there might be people who have less body fat. There might be people who have more than required body fat. Again, just because you have more body fat than the other person doesn't mean you're unhealthy. At the same time, if your BMI is higher than the required amount, you are unhealthy. Loving your body, which again is probably one of the most important things you need to figure out now because it can be a major issue later on. Loving your body has nothing to do with how your body looks. Okay. And write it down, put it to your head. It does not depend on your body because no matter how much you work on your body, how much you chisel it, okay, you will never be happy with the body that comes out of it. Okay. That's called body dysmorphia. But at the same time, you start working on yourself, you start seeing results. Okay. that automatically builds self-love because you're working towards yourself, right? You're working on your body. You start seeing results on your body. You realize that you're in control of your body. So that the conclusion of that is that I'd say accelerates self-love, loving your body. Building confidence has a direct link with loving your body. Okay. And it is a very important, very, very important to love your body at this stage. Because if you break that fundamental aspect that I don't like how I look, it's going to cause a lot of problems later on because it's difficult to get it done. Strength and discipline. For me, it is no longer a task to wake up at 6:30 in the morning and go to the gym. It was very difficult before on because with engineering, having to sleep at 3 or 4 at night, not being able to wake up, not being able to go to college. But somehow every day I made it a point to go to the gym, at least even half an hour, 45 minutes. Screw it. Whatever I can, I'll do it. It builds that sense of discipline in you. Once that is done, your schedule does not move. Okay. No matter what comes up, you'll always know that you have to give time to the gym or you have to work out at home or you have to do whatever routine, fitness routine that you have to do. You build that discipline. Strength obviously comes with something called a progressive overload on your body. Okay. A progressive overload on your muscles, which means today, if you run to look 2 kilometers and you run 2 kilometers for an entire week, the next week you might be able to run 2.5 kilometers because the body is already subject to or it can already take the impact of 2 kilometers. Okay, so that's how you build strength in the body and that keeps going on. It's called progressive overloading. Better academics. This is something that might interest most of y'all because as far as I've been told, the community is full of academics. Okay, so now you combine all of these points and you realize that it makes a major impact on how your day-to-day routines go. Okay, if I have to explain to you with, I think an example would be great. Okay, so let's consider two people. We will consider the first person to be, we'll name them both Blue. Okay, the surname will be Blue. So the first person is Keenan Blue, and the second person is Averill Blue. Both of them happen to be employees of BlueLearn. Keenan Blue and Averill Blue both study in Blue Institute of Engineering. Okay, Blue Institute of Technology. Now, Keenan Blue wakes up at 9 o'clock. His college starts at 9:30. Okay. He skips his breakfast probably because he's late. He rushes to college. Okay. He's not able to focus because he has either underslept or overslept. He's not eaten anything, which affects him mentally. He gets through the entire day somehow exhausted. Then he comes home. He probably sleeps or games or something like that, which in no way impacts his fit lifestyle. Okay. Averill Blue wakes up at 6 in the morning. Averill Blue does yoga from 6:30 to 7:30. Averill Blue gets a healthy breakfast and Averill Blue goes to college. Averill Blue can pay attention throughout the day. And at the end of all of it, after the college is over, Averill Blue can come back home and she has all the energy in the world. Okay. Because of all the hormones released in her body due to working out and due to the right nutrition. So when you come back home and you decide, okay, the both of them have to study for tomorrow's test. Averill Blue has the strength because she has eaten well, she has worked out well, she has paid attention throughout the class, and she's not exhausted. She doesn't need anything external. She doesn't need external sources like, say, caffeine or something like that to get through. Keenan Blue, on the other hand, is so tired, so exhausted that he cannot get through. Okay, he ends up sleeping or he ends up studying overviews. Okay, just going through it somehow, struggling and getting. So all in all, you realize how having a fit lifestyle can affect your academics, how it can be a major boost for you. Okay, in a competitive world like this, I wouldn't say I endorse competitiveness, but healthy competition is always welcome. So in a competitive world like this, when you can have an edge over somebody else, okay, may it be academics, fitness, whatever, go for it. All right. You can spend 30 minutes a day working out, do it because it will always give you an edge over somebody who's not. At the same time, if we look at finance, okay, if we look at finance, a good investment is the one with where you keep, where you put in a small amount and you get big returns, right? You invest in your body today. You invest in your health today. 10, 15 years down the line, say 20, 30 years down the line, you wouldn't have heard of the diseases that people are casually going through at your age. And we are at a very risky position universally, where the food that we get isn't great, the air that we breathe isn't great. Okay. And slowly our genetic structures are also changing. So I think that's most of all that I have to say. All I'd say is stay healthy. I think the next is a picture of a chimpanzee. I'm just kidding. That's me after 4 years. That was me before 4 years. And I'm hoping either that's an inspiration for you or it's a big flex for me. Now I will take questions. Anybody has any questions, just put it in the chat or ask me to unmute it. I will. Viraj, you're not very clear.
You all can just raise your hands and
Yeah, I can hear you.
hello, hello. I'm audible.
Yeah. Whoever raises your hand, I will just. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of hands. All right. I will start with Kanav Gupta. Um,
Yeah. So hope my voice audible to you.
yeah, it is audible. Tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah. First of all, thank you so much, for this session and making us aware about the importance of, health. So,
Absolutely.
my question to you is like, how we can identify, like, what should we eat and how much exercise. Sometimes we over exercise, and sometimes as a youngster, we just, look at people and start following over drinking water. So how to
Correct.
have a balanced lifestyle, how to identify how much exercise is required for my body. Sometimes we over exhaust just on the name of exercise, and whether we should go for yogic kind of exercise or we should go for another gym and other workouts, like, and what do you suggest on that?
All right. That's actually a wonderful question. And you brought out a point that I think I forgot to mention. You said looking at other people, we end up drinking a lot of water or less water, right? So this is something that's been doing its rounds on Instagram and social media everywhere, and it's very risky, where people tell you what to do. Okay, the only person who knows what's right for your body, the only person who knows what you should be doing is the great Kali. I'm kidding. It's you. Okay, it's always going to be you. You know what's good for you. You know what's going to work for you. The way you figure out what's good for you, what works for you, and what doesn't work for you is through comprehensive working on your body. Okay. It's been 4 years that I've been into fitness and health, and I still don't think I've understood my body 100%. So, what I'd say is to conclude, I'd say fitness is not a one shot solution. Fitness is a progressive work on your body, okay, that you do throughout your lifestyle. And the fact that most of us have ignored it to say, oh, okay, fitness is a different part of life. It's very risky. It's very dangerous to do so. Okay. Because it's something that you should be prioritizing over everything else. Okay. And you should be working on your body throughout. Now, suppose someday you exercise a lot. Okay. So, Kanav, someday suppose you exercise a lot and you get fatigued, you get tired. You know that suppose you exercise for 45 minutes that day, you know that 45 minutes you cannot handle. Okay. Try 30 minutes. Don't have to push your limits always. You have to learn your body. Okay, you don't have to go into a competition. With regards to workouts, I enjoy gym workouts. Okay, I enjoy powerlifting, I enjoy weightlifting. At the same time, I have friends or I have clients who would love, who do not like weights, who do not like come to the gym. They prefer working out at home. Okay, they prefer doing body weight workouts. There are a few of them who like calisthenic workouts. So this range of options available to you, that is totally up to you to decide based on your liking. Okay. Kanam, can I ask what you're studying right now?
Actually, I just completed my studies, so started my own work into IT sector.
Mhm. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing you did engineering.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you did engineering, you had a lot of choice, right? You could have done law, you could have done liberal arts, you could have done. Any of those million options available to you. You chose engineering because you thought that is something you're passionate about. Am I
Yes,
right?
yes.
Similarly, you explore all of these options. Once you start going or building towards thinking, okay, I want to be fit, you start exploring these options. Once you start exploring, you start to realize what is it that you're passionate about. And then you start pushing through. Okay. No person who hates weightlifting can go ahead and work out 6 days a week and lift weights. Okay. It is just impossible because it's not something you're passionate about. And it's not something you should be doing. Should be doing something that you enjoy. Okay,
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Can take another question. Viraj, if that's okay. Um,
Oh, just to say, Abhijit,
Yes. Hello everyone. Thank you for
Hi.
this wonderful session. I just wanted to ask, like, you have got the information about why the fitness is important, right? The question I want to ask is how. Like, how are we supposed to create a workout plan, or how are we supposed to make a diet plan, especially diet plan? Because nutrition is one of the most important factor in fitness. So sometimes we cannot find the nutrients, the need of the nutrients, such as some sort of protein, some grams of protein, some grams of fats or carbohydrates, and we cannot manage that into our daily diet, especially if you are a student and if you live in college hostel. So, how to overcome this problem? Can you help me with this, please?
All right. So I will talk in terms of muscle building, but it should answer most of your questions. So how a muscle is built in a body is when you work out, you tear the muscles. Okay, you tear the muscle fibers. After the muscle fibers are torn, you supply or pump in protein. All right, you eat protein, you eat eggs, you eat chicken, whatever source of protein, paneer, whatever source of protein you get. From that, the body uses that protein to build muscle. Okay, it builds the muscle fibers stronger than they were before. This has to do with muscle building. So you got the basic gist of what the body does is when it is deficit in something, when the body is deficit, okay, the body will always tell you that it's deficit. Okay. If you see vitamin C deficiencies, the things the chart we used to learn in the seventh or eighth standard, vitamin A deficiency, vitamin B deficiency. The moment you start seeing cuts in your mouth or you start seeing some patches on your hand, you know there is some deficiency. So the body will always tell you what it needs. Okay. You do not have to pump in anything extra. With regards to how to create a workout plan, how to create a diet plan, there the expensive options obviously is to go to a dietitian, to go to a fitness trainer, but like you said, living in a college hostel, managing the college life as well as being able to maintain your fitness is difficult. Also the money factor comes in. Not everybody can afford all of this, okay, which is a very legitimate reason. Start small. Okay, don't think in terms of I'm going to revolutionize my body in 2 days. No, start small, saying okay, tomorrow I am going to drink. Suppose there are calculations for everything. So suppose you have to drink based on your weight and height. You have to drink suppose 2 liters of water. You say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to definitely drink 2 liters of water. Okay, there you go. Every day you start drinking 2 liters of water. You built a discipline. Correct. You're not doing achieving anything out of the blue. You're not building muscle. You're not becoming Arnold, but you're just drinking water every day. Okay. How does this impact anything? It impacts the fact that you formed a discipline. You realized what your body was lacking and you supplied it to it. You start listening to your body. Same way you start slowly, you start building and start listening to your body. You understand what your body needs. Okay. You start working out, you realize, okay, I'm feeling a little tired. Maybe I'm lacking in something. You go on Google, you research, you find out after working out, you're supposed to take in carbohydrates and you're supposed to take in protein to recover. You start eating protein. Okay, you start eating a little protein, you realize you're still more fatigued the next day. You start eating more protein. You start eating more carbohydrates. Okay. Same way, you keep finding it's basically like troubleshooting. Okay. You find a problem, you fix it. If there is still a problem, you keep growing on it. Like I said, it's not a one shot solution. The workout plan and the diet plan I had 4 years ago is not the same as it was now. It's continuously building and developing and learning by listening to nobody else, not Instagram influencers, not listening to these bloggers. No, only listening to your body and figuring it out what's right for you. I cannot give you an answer to what you should eat and what workout you should do because that's not possible. Okay, like I said, the only person who can answer that is yourself. So you slowly build on it and you realize that in no time you start listening to your body. So I hope that answers your question.
Hey, Asit.
Yes,
Hi.
in some extent it does.
Okay.
But still, I'm not sure about, like, I've calculated my, macro split, but
Okay.
still I couldn't, make a diet. How am I supposed to eat that 120 grams of protein, 60
Okay.
grams of fats, and
Okay.
300 grams of carbohydrates? I can't fix it into a diet because I wanted to
So
start towards muscle building.
correct. So what you're saying is you have your macros chart ready. You have your requirements ready. What is difficult is to be able to follow up. Again, me myself cannot live up to my macros chart. Okay, I have to consume what 160, 180 grams of protein. It's just not possible for me. But at the same time, it's not a test. You're not supposed to hit 120 every day for sure to have a healthy lifestyle. It's 120, you measure chicken, all right? 30 grams of chicken probably gives you, I don't know, 100 grams of chicken gives you around 20 to 30 grams of protein. So you realize that, okay, 100 grams of chicken, I can add one egg will probably give you 3 or 4 grams of protein. Okay, you can add that. Okay, if you're eating so much protein, I'll probably need to drink a little bit of water to cool down my body. So, like I said, if you're going for, okay, I'm going to hit 120 exactly, 120 calories exactly, 120 grams of protein exactly, it's never going to work for you. Okay, unless you're into professional bodybuilding. So in college, you know what's important for you. It's to clear your exams, to clear your semesters. But at the same time, to be able to be fit enough not to fall sick. Okay. Muscle building develops or works only on progressive overloading and diet. Okay, progressive overloading, like I explained, is tearing your muscle fibers, providing yourself carbohydrates and proteins to replenish and rebuild the muscles, and then you see the progress later. So that's about it. Like I said, if you're a vegetarian, again an issue, right? You tell me you cannot eat chicken. You need to find other sources of protein. There's horse gram, there's paneer, etc., etc., etc. So start slow. Don't go to hit that benchmark every time. Do as much as you can, but slowly, progressively go towards that success rate. If 120 grams of protein is a success rate, try to drive towards it. And that's it. I hope that answers your question. I think we should take questions from somebody else now.
Hey, Asit.
Hi.
First of all, thanks for giving all this info about fitness.
Absolutely.
So, as you said, nutrition and diet plan is very important for a healthier lifestyle, right? Eating
Right.
healthy is very important. But apparently, the food which is healthy costs a lot. And an engineering student or student who lives on their father's money cannot afford all this. So,
Absolutely.
are there any cheaper alternatives for them? If yes, what are they?
All right. Obviously, like you said, it's very difficult. Even for me, I got I got paid like last month, like a month's salary, and I'm still finding it difficult to keep track, to be able to afford all of these things because body requirements are expensive. The companies that sell you these things know that you're going to want them, so they hike up the prices. A lot of issues. But at the same time, I am a strong believer that the world should go organic. So if you're unable to afford, I'm not saying go for supplements or something like that, but try to eat as clean as possible. Even if you're not reaching your goals, even if you need 120 grams of protein, you're not reaching your goals, it is still healthier to eat 70 grams of protein a day of clean food than to eat 120 grams of protein from junk food. Okay, so what I would say is again, you don't have to hit your benchmark. You just have to eat as clean and live a fit lifestyle. Unless your aim is to become a bodybuilder, you do not have to worry about hitting your macros up to 100%. Okay, try to get in as clean food as possible because processed foods are very difficult. They are zero in nutrition. Okay, all they give is calories, nothing else. An apple and a burger, like a small burger, if it has the same number of calories, the burger has no other nutrients, whereas the apple can give you vitamins, minerals, all of that. Okay, so I'd suggest if it's okay if you eat less, but eat clean. Okay, being able to afford it again is something we cannot help. Everybody faces that issue. It's very difficult, but like I said, if you're eating less, if you cannot afford it, Try to eat less, but try to eat clean. If you're eating more, same, try to eat clean only. Don't go for junk food because that is very, very bad for you. I'm not saying leave junk food altogether. I myself am a big foodie and I do end up eating a lot of junk food, but I try to balance it out in the gym. Okay, so that's that. I hope that answers your question. I'm seeing a lot of questions in the chat. If it's okay with you guys,
Hi.
yeah.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hello. Um,
Hello.
hello. Yes.
Hello. Getting my voice?
Yeah. Shubham, tell me.
Yeah. Good evening. Bye.
Hi. Good evening.
Uh, First of all, I actually it's a, I give you very much thank you that you addressed, and literally I enjoyed your sessions and what the talks you said. But I have one question that recently I
Yes.
also joined a gym, but the problem I'm facing is that uh, as I am also from a software engineering background, and it's my third year, and I have lots of pressure. You also know that there is a coding competitions, having
Yeah.
project assignments and all. So
Correct.
starting because this is my first time I started, I getting a lots of pressure with
Hmm.
the work is of my academics and all that is going parallel with along with that gymming started like doing a free hands push-ups and all the breakdown of the body muscles is
Hmm.
actually paining a lot. So what
Hmm.
I are thinking that postpone this or just continue a little bit or it will be affected. But what should how should I manage that that it will balance my work also and this one gym. Otherwise, I was hoping that I should postpone it for a month or a while.
All
That's
right.
my question.
Let's make this interactive. This is going to be fun. What you're saying is because of the workload, you want to postpone your bodybuilding, correct?
Yeah, I'm thinking that only means actually body is also paining a lot. Means initially
Okay.
the day is paining a lot. So what should I do?
Nice.
Means a little with a slow workout or should I postpone for a just like that? My work is
Hmm.
first of all I'm actually looking for a good internship. So working a
Correct.
lot means just complete this my work of internship and all or doing gym after that or should start and do a little bit continue with that. What
Okay.
is your opinion?
I see a small fundamental mistake in your question, and I'll address that right now. How many hours of sleep do you get every day?
6 to 7.
6 to 7 hours of sleep. 6 hours of sleep in the 6 days. Six, 36 hours. If you stop sleeping for 6 hours, you'd get 36 hours to work on your internship. How does that sound?
Yeah, but sleep is too necessary. No?
Exactly what I'm trying to. The whole point of this talk was to let you know that fitness is as important as sleep. It's not a choice. If you're if you do not sleep, you get tired the next day, you're not able to function. You don't sleep for a few weeks, you're probably dead, right? Same way, if you start compromising on fitness, okay, you'll face issues that you won't be able to
So
explain.
what should my target means? If I start
Okay.
with initially you have previously you have also addressed from one of the questions
Okay.
might came that you said that start with small means
Hmm.
is it better means taking a with a small target means not so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, fitness doesn't have to do, I told you, fitness doesn't have to do with the gym. It doesn't have to do with weights. It doesn't have to do with overloading. It doesn't have to do with how much you can lift. All right. Fitness just has to do with making sure the amount you're eating, all right,
Yeah,
that much amount that is required for the body. So it's called the total daily energy expenditure. Basically, how much your body, it's a factor, it's
yeah.
a formula. So that basically tells you how much your body expends in a day or it needs in a day just to survive, just to function regularly. How much calories does a body need? Now, anything beyond that, if you start taking calories beyond that, you start gaining body fat. If you start eating below that, you start losing body fat. It's a very simple science. So, what I would suggest is track your diet. Once you realize that you're tracking your diet, if you're eating more than you're supposed to, okay, work out a little. Okay, you can always check the metrics. How many calories will 100 push-ups burn or something like that. Okay, you don't have to go to the gym and maintain that exact routine. You can do it at home. If you have difficulty doing internships, I completely understand. I remember times where me and my friends, we used to not sleep, okay, during exams, etc. And that time you don't get to work out. It's just not possible. It's not possible before a paper to work out when you're getting already 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Okay, that time you have to prioritize.
Okay,
But at the
actually,
same time,
oh, I continue in my gym. So what the thing is going that I in the morning I work out. So entire day is going to freshen up. It giving me a lot of benefit. I agree, but sometimes it's actually happening that as I'm also a junk food foodie type. So if I take eat some pizza or a burger, so I actually again it's give me again a pressure that you have worked out and you have eaten this. So what's the benefit of getting a workout means? Uh,
no, 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 it's okay. There have been times where I've eaten 4 donuts. Okay, back to back, I've eaten 4 donuts and then gone and eaten 3 shawarmas, etc., etc. Obviously, you had cheat days. If any of you all follow The Rock on Instagram, you should see his cheat days on a Saturday. He ends up eating a lot. So don't treat your body like it's a machine. Okay, get personal with the body. All right, you don't have to eat this much and burn this much. It's not a machine. Some days you might end up eating a lot. It's okay. Someday you might end up eating less. It's okay. Someday you cannot work out. It's okay. As long as the discipline is there, it's fine. Okay. I think we should give other people a chance to answer.
one last
Yeah, yeah.
question is
Go,
that
go,
uh,
go for it.
okay. So I want to ask, I want to just take your opinion that what's your opinion on this one? 100 months challenge, 100 days challenge, the fact to fit that actually goes on Instagram and this one and social media that 100 days body transformation. What's your thought about that? Is it really work and or should take
See, the guys who started the 100-day fitness challenge did
transformation?
not do it to say, okay, in 100 days you'll become so fit that you won't have to work out all your life. 100-day fitness challenge just motivates you to start working out now. And why 100 days? Because we humans have the tendency to say small goals are more achievable. Okay, so 100 days, okay, instead of saying now, if I start saying, okay, for the rest of the 50 years now of your life, you have to work out, it gets a little overwhelming. Even for me, it does. But I say,
Uh,
okay, you have 100 days to stay fit. Okay, small goals. Once you build that discipline in 100 days, after that, it won't be as difficult as it is for you right now to start. Okay, it's not about working or not, it's just about giving you a head start. Fitness cannot be achieved in 100 days. It takes a lifetime. Yeah, I hope that answers most of your
uh,
questions.
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Do we have any more questions?
There are a few more
Hello.
hands. I will let them ask.
Thank you
Sure.
for giving me an opportunity. I just had a pretty simple question. From the on the starting of this conversation, on the starting of your presentation, you just showed us a picture of your older yourself, right? In
Correct.
2018.
Correct.
I just want to ask that how did you start at that time? Like you weight was less, as you said, you were underweight, and how you
Mhm.
got the motivation to first increase the weight, or you just directly started lifting weights in the gym and then you gradually lifted up with your BMI and all these things. So I just wanted to know that how to start from scratch if you are underweight.
Okay. Okay. So when I was this, whatever this is, hangman stick figure. So when I was like that, I used to play a lot of sports. Okay. Although I was not supplementing the right diet, I used to play a lot of sports and I was a very active person. But ever since engineering started, I did realize that the college you don't end up playing as much. Okay, it's very difficult to have that same sport routine, etc. So that as a result of that, I decided I need some physical exertion, right? Because otherwise it was getting a lot for me mentally, physically. So I thought I'll join the gym and have a way to exert or to use that extra energy. And I started going to the gym. For the first month or so, I did not know why I was working out. I did not know that, it didn't strike me that working out builds muscle. I used to do it just for fun. After college, it used to be like a 1.5 hour routine for me and my friends. Around, I think 2 months later, I started realizing that I was not the same as I was 2 months back. I started building muscles. Once I started realizing that whatever I'm doing, whatever effort I'm putting into my body is resulting directly into results. Okay, it's coming out directly into a, a better physique for me. That point onwards, I realized that, okay, this is something I want to get behind. Okay, and then after that, it just became a routine for me. So I just started not knowing anything. There's a tip that I want to give you all is that don't do it for the body because you will never get there. Okay, because the body I have right now is not, for me, it's not even an ideal aesthetic body. Okay, and nobody is happy with it. I'm not happy with it. I want to keep working on it. Doesn't mean I don't love my body. So the tip I want to give you all is the moment you start doing it for a certain specific physique, the problem arises where you can motivate yourself for a month and a half, 2 months. Beyond that, you won't see results because the body just doesn't grow as fast as that. After that, you start to lose motivation because your motivation was a body, your motivation was a physique. And that is very risky. That is very dangerous to keep up motivation for that. My motivation was just that discipline that I built, that I used to have fun in the gym. For some people, it's to stay fit. For some people, it's to stay healthy. So don't target a body structure. Okay, target a concept. Target fat loss if you want. Okay, I wanna lose fat, or say I wanna pass my time. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling, somewhat going through the line of depression. Go to the gym. Okay, use that as a fuel, not a body. And especially don't do it for the girls. Okay, because that never works. I've been going to the gym for 4 years, and the only compliments I get are from other gym people telling me that I have a great body and how to get there. People like, yo, okay, so never do it for the girls, never do it for the aesthetics. Always do it for something bigger than. Yeah, that would be my advice to you.
By the way, Asit, how much more time you have for the questions?
It's 7:45, right? I think I can take 10 more minutes. That's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
Also, in my case, I actually started gym. I went to gym for 3 months, and I was also already underweight, and I started seeing results in my body. But you know what? As the pandemic started, my friends started saying that, bro, you need to first put on your weight, and then you should go to gym. Then this pandemic and all these things started, and then I just lost my contact with all these things. So
All right. That is extremely wrong. That you have to put on weight first and then go to gym, because muscle is not the same as fat. Okay, you can lose fat and build muscle at the same time, parallelly, at the same way you can gain fat and gain muscle at the same time. Okay, there is no parallel process. There is no, what do you call it, concurrent processes running. Okay, you can build both of that together as long as you understand the science of what you're doing. When you're working out, when you're hitting muscles, you're targeting only muscles, but at the same time, you're burning a lot of calories. So that ends up in losing fat. Okay, I hope that answers your question.
Uh, Shah Alam, I've asked you to unmute if you want to ask a question. You may have got an option.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for unmuting.
Hi, yeah.
Hello, Asit Dessai, sir. Good evening.
Hi. I'm not a
My
sir.
question is there any requirement cupping, leaching, and a massage in fitness gym or fitness industry?
Absolutely.
This is my question. Thank you.
Massage in general, it's more of a luxury. Okay, but flexibility and stretching is a necessity. Okay, it is very much required, because what happens is, as you tend to get your muscle fibers harder and your muscles get bigger, they tend to get more stiff. That results in a very structured and a stiff body, and you do not want that. It's not a healthy body structure to have a stiff body. So flexibility and stretching routines is very important. Once in a while, probably a massage is great. Now, what you're talking about depends whether it's a physiotherapy massage or whether it is a a general massage. Okay, something that these spas and all offer. A physiotherapy massage would be in case you have knots in your body, you've been working out for a long time. Okay, that would be a physiotherapeutic massage. Okay, it's called a deep tissue massage or something on those lines. Those are doctors who do that. Okay, it's not just a free choice. Whereas a regular massage for feeling stressed, if you want to feel less stressed, all of that, you can go for it. It's not a necessity, but flexibility is. I hope that answers the question.
Tanuj.
Hi, I'm Tanuj.
Hi.
Actually, I'm overweight. My height is 168 and my weight is around 80. So if I
Okay.
want to reduce my weight, what type of intake should I take, or should I cut my meals like that?
Okay. Let me explain to you. To be able to answer that question, I cannot directly answer that question. I'll have to explain to you how fat loss actually works. Okay. Um, to be able to lose fat, okay, you need to burn more calories than you're eating. It's like this. If you eat 500 calories and you burn 500 calories, and what I'm talking about, these 500 calories that I'm talking about is more than your total daily energy expenditure. There is a very important term that we use called the TDEE. It is the minimum requirement for your body to survive. Okay. So suppose 2000 calories is the minimum requirement for your body to survive, to perform its daily functions. Anything beyond that, if you eat 500 calories beyond, so that's 2500 calories, and you burn 2500 calories, you end up being the exact same that you were the day before. If your daily energy expenditure is 2000 calories, you eat 500 calories and you burn 800 calories. What's happening here is that you're going into something called a calorie deficit. Okay, what a calorie deficit is that the 500 out of the 800 calories that you burn, the 500 calories are coming from the food that you eat. Where are the rest of the 300 calories coming from? Those 300 calories are coming from body fat. Okay, body fat, the only reason body stores fat is to use in times of need when it does not have external supplement coming in. Okay, so those 300 calories will be burned through your body fat, and that's how you will lose weight. So that should pretty much clarify or answer your question. But with regards to, if you want me to talk in specific terms with regards to meals, I would say, yeah, if you're eating so much and you're still gaining weight, probably cut down on calories. Don't compromise on other things like vitamins, proteins. No, cut down only on the calories. Okay, you can always calculate how many calories are there in a certain food. You can Google it. Okay, the database is available everywhere, and that's how you lose fat. It's very simple science.
Okay, and another thing is actually, when I was in college, my college had a gym, and I was sitting the gym daily. And after after the pandemic, I'm not able to do exercise in my house. So kind of for I didn't do a proper exercise for nearly 1 or 2 weeks, and I started to gain a lot of weight. Tummy, I got man boobs, I got my back. So. Uh, After age, I may after 35 or 40, I don't again want to be too much fat. So without going to gym, how to maintain it? And
Okay.
another thing is, you are talking about calorie burning, right? So if I'm hitting a gym and coming, I'm not able to. I mean, I don't feel much hungry
Hmm.
even after working out for nearly half an hour.
Hmm.
So why is it?
So what you're saying is after you stopped working out, you said you stayed at home and you started getting body fat, right? At the same time, like you said, you got fat on your stomach, you get fat on your chest. Okay, that is something we can't handle. That is something only your body, your genetics, how your body functions, how your metabolism functions. It depends totally on that. To be able to control it, that depends on you. Okay, so if you realize that as soon as you stop working out, you're building body fat, that means your metabolism was working just fine as long as you were working out and you were burning that. Okay, so what you're doing probably is you're eating the same amount of food that you used to eat when you were working out, and that expenditure or that exertion that your body used to do, it doesn't do anymore. So that food calories directly get converted into fat. So that should answer your question. We have 5 more minutes. I think we can take another question.
Oh yeah. Sri
And
Prada.
another thing I asked is,
Tanuj, I guess like we should give someone else chance. Maybe
okay,
sometime next.
no,
Yeah. Sri Prada.
It was great hearing to you. I'm Shriprada. I'm from Chennai. I'm right now in third year of my engineering. I have been into fitness for an year now. and it's been 2 months that I've even started going to gym. But the problem is, I feel great after working out. I love lifting weights, but I don't have any valid reason to convince my parents. In Indian context, there are these gender norms, and I'm feeling like it's like always going uphill for doing anything. It's so overwhelming. Though I love it, but I'm not able to convince my parents that it's worth it. What can I do for that?
Okay. I have been training. I think right now I have 3 clients, and my parents still ask me what I do so much time in the gym. Okay. They still ask me why I go to the gym all the time, how much time I waste in the gym and all. Okay. So I think the thing with parents is they are like that. Okay. But at the same time, if you're passionate about something, okay, you should figure out a way to explain it to them. Parents don't always listen to logic, is something all of us have learned throughout engineering. Okay, sometimes they don't listen to logic. They want to get done exactly what they want. Okay, they won't listen to you. But I think if your parent sees that you're really passionate about working out, all right, then maybe they'll allow you. Now, I can't speak for your parents, all right? I'm sure whatever they do is for your good itself. But all I'm saying is that's not the only option. Being fit doesn't mean going to the gym only. You said you like lifting weights. I like lifting weights as well. The pandemic hit. What did we do? Okay, I started lifting gas cylinders and chairs and whatever I could find. Slowly, I started buying equipment. I started getting a barbell. I started getting a few plates. I started getting a few sets of dumbbells, and I set up my own home gym. So whenever the gym is closed, I just end up working out at home. So I think if convincing your parents to send you to the gym is an issue, then probably get a few weights at home and build towards it. Start slowly. Maybe when you move out, you can join a gym or something. But for now, instead of getting frustrated and using that frustration to, stress yourself out more, start small. Maybe get a barbell, a few plates, and start with basic home workouts. There are so many instructors out there who give you home workouts, who give you home equipment workouts, one dumbbell workout, one barbell workout. So start small, start over there, and maybe in due time, you can convince your parents. All I'm saying is there's always another way out. Okay, you don't have to specifically say, I have to go to the gym to stay fit. Okay, you can do something else.
All right,
I hope.
thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. I guess it's 8. So thank you, Asit, for this wonderful session. It
All
was
right.
very great to know you. By the way, like, do you want to share any socials with them? Because people have been
Yeah,
asking that how they can connect with you.
exactly. I'm still pretty upset that I've not been able to answer most of the questions. Um, Shane Gomendis asked, never mind, he's a friend. All right, so I will drop I'll send it to Viraj if you want, if you all share the same community, or I'll just ping my
Yeah, you can send
Instagram.
it to that group Kiran made that day.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, or I'll just I'll just add
Someone just
my.
sent you a Instagram on the chat, by the way.
Wonderful. Okay,
Also,
so
I'll share his Instagram on the announcement channel on Discord. So yeah, I guess.
all right, so there's my link. I think Technoid has sent the link. I'll just post it again. Any questions you have, if you'll want to connect with me after
Yeah, you
this,
can text him then.
yeah, you can always text me on Instagram. Okay, this account is strictly for fitness. So anything you ask me, I will respond as soon as I can. Thank you, Viraj. Thank you, Keenan, Vineet, Avril, Harish, Shreyans, the entire team of BlueLearn, who happen to be great friends of mine, for calling me over and having this session with me. It was very fruitful. I hope all of you all learned a lot. I hope I've been able to change the perspective of a lot of you all. And that's it. Thank you very much. Thank
Yeah,
you very much, and
great.
take care.
Thanks, Asit,
All
once
right.
again. Yeah,
Thank you, everyone, for
bye
joining.
everyone.
All right.
I'll meet the end the Zoom call here. Bye.